People, I'm Johnny Scoville.
And I am Tommy Scoville. How are you?
I'm great. How are you doing, man?
So I got a bunch of emails.
Did you?
I had a bunch of text messages from people that were a little freaked out by the whole Navage concept.
The Navage. The word alone is kind of, you know.
I think they chose a good one.
If you're just checking out, a Navage is this thing that Tommy's got for, it's for
cleaning out your beak.
Your sinuses, though, not just your nose.
No, all of it.
How far back does it go?
Well, look, these things go all the way, a little bit even to the ears, right? That goes to the eustachian tube, goes all the way back down the back of your throat. But if you kind of lock off the back of your throat while you're doing it, it's just going to go up one side.
You have to close your throat up.
If you don't, you'll get a little bit of drip.
Here's the deal. I was sitting there with Mama Scoville, and she said, I can't believe he's going to do that. I said, I'll bet you there are 1,000 of them. I Googled Navage reviews. The first one I saw is guy's holding it and liquid's firing out his mouth. It's a screen. The thumbnail. No, that's the thumbnail. I thought, boy, oh boy. So hoist that thing up. Let's show people what we got here. This is Navage.
This is the rig right here, right? So one of these, right? This one fires water up your schnoz. This one starts sucking it out of the other way around. This one fires it up your nose, and this one drains it out of the other nostril, where it goes into a little catch basin down here.
If you notice, all the water here is clean as a whistle.
Now, it also, everybody fears that you're going to get some kind of a parasite that's going to eat your brain and all that because some idiot did it with pond water or something.
It was a river water.
Well, maybe that wasn't such a good idea.
It may not have been. Okay. In retrospect. So he's got this saline.
So this ride here, right, is to purify the water, to keep that actually from happening. And
so what we're going to do is we're going to put some tincture in this fluid.
I don't remember any talk.
I brought some tincture
going up my schnoz.
Can you imagine?
You know something? The things I've done with tincture, I could probably imagine.
I sneezed once while I was doing it, and it got in my nasal cavities. I almost died. I swear to you, it was one of the worst things.
The day of the speed run, when I did a whole hour on the show, so I didn't, by the time it was over, it was way too late to vomit or do anything.
You had that comment. Nobody does what you did. I mean, come on.
It was an error.
You think?
But I was hurting so bad that I tried to stick my fingers down my throat and get a little relief. Which didn't actually work, but I did manage to get just a little bit of that to come out my nose.
How was that?
Well, the entire process, even the, if I could have gotten up and grabbed car keys, I would have gone to the emergency room. I would have absolutely gone to the emergency room. So is your day been any good or what?
Mine's been great.
Yeah?
How about yours?
You know what? I went and did a little manual labor for the neighbors. Kind of
He said I did. You did?
All right, he helped. He did. Now
it was for Phil.
Yeah, the people across the street.
You guys know Phil. He was in a video with me.
They needed a couple of feet of rocks moved, and the people that were supposed to do it didn't show up.
Well, here's the thing. They say it's gonna be 3 hours. We're like, well, we'll do it.
Yeah, 3 hours worth of work, they told us.
For a crew. Me and him.
35, 40 minutes?
Maybe. And I mean, if they were there, they would have milked him for every bit of those 3 hours.
Yeah, they would.
And he came out shocked. He's like...
Sadly, the entire time I was doing that, in fact, just about since I got up this morning, I've just been getting these absolutely hateful messages on my phone from a person who doesn't think that I've owned my past and who thinks I glorify drug use.
Geez, you don't.
Yeah, so there's a whole lot of that going on.
That's right. You know what, though, haters? You do this with them.
You know what? This one's, I'm not going to waste any more oxygen.
No, we're not. So
maybe
listen,
later.
While he's Navaging, I'm going to eat an MOA Scotch bonnet.
You want me to eat the Scotch bonnet? You can stick this thing up your nose?
I'll tell you what. I have one more Scotch bonnet in the house. We'll do this first, and we'll swap it on the next video. I don't know. See, I don't know.
Yeah, see, I knew you were going to get soft on me at the last.
Should we do it at the same time? I don't want to eat the pepper while he's doing this. I want you to focus on this. This is going to take a little bit
longer than you think it does. This is about a 30-second rather process, and I'm going to put my big hand over the bottom of this because it's not always particularly pleasant.
I think they may want to see it.
Well, at the end, I'll show it to you.
You guys want to see cap cramps and me throwing up? Come on.
If you want to see the stuff that came out of my schnoz, I suppose that's a possibility. But
so Tom Broom with an MOA Scotch bonnet and a little Navage action going on.
All right. Are you ready?
Watch this. You can see the water draining out of here. That's going... If you feel the back of his head is cold back here. Yep. It's filling up, and it's not too bad. There's not too much stuff in there. Oh, there's a little bit. There's a little bit of. How do you know?
That's all she wrote.
You got a air hanky to the right.
No, it's a little bit.
There you go. So that's the Navage. Now, how did it feel?
We're gonna not show the little catch. I'll be honest with you. And
I can tell you,
I should preface this by saying that I am not getting paid anything by Navage. There is no sponsorship. I'm not backdooring a paycheck from Navage or anything like that. This is the greatest invention on planet Earth. I'm not kidding you. I have, over the course of my life, I did things that screwed this part of my beak up. You know what I mean? I did a lot of abuse, snorted a lot of stuff. You know, broke my nose. I don't know how many times.
Please understand, it's not glorification. We are both sober men right now, and thank Jesus for that.
Right?
Anyway.
Yeah, or I glorify crime too. Crime. So go out there and steal something, rob a bank, get a car, do what you do. The hell is wrong with people? Anyway, this really is one of the all-time great products.
Can I tell you something? I've read just
the reviews.
Yeah, I've read some reviews, and I read at least 2 that said my life is different now. I'm not even joking.
I am absolutely dead serious. This thing changed my life. And there are very few things that I can say that about as far as products go, because most of them are just, you know, it is what it is. But
the first time you do this has to be, the very first time you do this has to be kind of a scary moment.
It's not a panic moment. It's not like you can't breathe kind of a moment, but it's different. I mean,
well, everybody's had water go up their nose in a pool or something, and it's a, you know, it's not a fun experience.
This is nothing like that. You're going with the assumption of both. If this thing was fire and water at both nostrils at the same time, you would be very, very unhappy. But as this thing is...
So it's connected. One, it's just like a loop?
It's going in a U. It's just going in a U, and it's clearing out everything. So on the inside of your beak, right, you've got hair, you've got... It's designed to catch any kind of small particles or whatever. And this is the air filter for the entire body. So as you're breathing this stuff in, it's just getting caught and caught and caught. And then over time, you know, so you blow it out, you do whatever, but stuff gets embedded in there and it causes allergies. Without, you know, there's allergens. There's so much stuff in the air. What an invention. It is one of the greatest inventions.
I bet you if you put, and just hear me out on this, don't judge me too quick, but I think if you put maybe a 1/4 teaspoon of sand in there, like sandblasting, it would make... clean that out a little better.
Really? Did you think this one through before you spit that out?
Well, I have never tried it, so I thought...
Yeah, no, I don't think that's such a great idea. And the cool thing is this. So this little rig here that I just put in, you cannot do this without one of these. It will not...
The guy in the river did it.
No, he didn't.
He didn't do that.
You cannot fire this thing.
He may have done something different. One of those...
He did a neti pot. And the neti pot is a completely different concept.
The neti pot is a manual version.
But the neti pot, yeah, there's no propulsion.
So how do you do it? You suck it in?
And they do both nostrils usually. Like they suck it up and then they kind of blow the thing out. The neti pots are vicious and they're horrible.
How long has this been around? This thing here.
I can't answer that question. You know what? My uncle had bought one for my aunt, for his wife. And apparently she didn't dig it at all. So I said, if she's not using the thing, I would really like to try it. And instead of doing that, because he's that kind of cat, he just bought one and had it sent to the house. So I got this thing in the mail. Yeah, thanks. Appreciate you. So I got this thing in the mail, and since then I've bought these things in the 2,000 pack or whatever.
It begs the question, how do you do it every day?
I do it every day. In fact, I do it twice a day.
Here's the thing. 2 nights ago, he had a headache, a really bad one.
Yes.
Fired the hose up his nose. Good to go.
This thing actually cleared up a migraine, and I wish I had done it as soon as I started to hurt, because I was attributing the migraine to something else. But what it ended up being, like I went in and, like you get a nasal cold.
You got the warm water. It's with warm water, right?
You do it with warm water.
I wonder what it would be like with cold water.
You know what? I've only made one mistake with this thing ever.
Cold water?
No.
What?
Hot water.
How do you do that?
Well, because I had the water on, right? And you put your finger under it and it feels warm and you're like, okay, cool. And then you stick the thing under there and it continues to get hotter. And I went like this and hit the button. And when that
Did you pull it away?
Oh, yeah. It did not spend a lot of time going up my nose.
We have a weird house here because I don't know. Some water heaters are just, you turn the water as hot as it goes. You can scald yourself. I mean, I've never seen anything like it.
You can make coffee off the shower.
It's probably not. You probably ought to back it off a little bit.
Honestly, I don't think we're going to be here long enough.
I asked Mom. She's like, I like a hot shower. I'm like, maybe so, but you can take paint off the wall with that thing.
I've never really...
it's like sandblasting.
Yeah, I've never put it on that hot, though.
Pressure treating your body.
It scares the hell out of me. But. So, 2 thumbs up for the Navage.
How do you feel?
Awesome, I'm telling you. Just cleans you out. I do it in the morning and I do it at night. And if I'm having a bad time during the day, like if I've been working on something or I'm in the garage cleaning and I get all that stuff up there, I'll fire up a third one.
Really?
Yeah.
So you do it sometimes 2 or 3 times a day?
I do it 2 times a day every day.
In the morning and at night?
Morning and night. Morning and night.
You find you sleep better with it?
I do.
How many people watching this have nasal issues or sinus issues?
Again, I wish I was getting paid by Navage. I should be their spokesperson because this is fire.
Well, here's the deal. If we can get in contact with somebody from Navage, I might do it on the next video. I don't think they'd pay me, though.
No, they probably wouldn't. You know what? I think this is one of those products you don't have to...
That could be a challenge. Put some Exoresco in there or some good hot stuff, like Doomed from Hellfire.
What is wrong with you, dude?
I'm just kidding. But listen, here's the deal. I just had that MOA Scotch Bonnet from Tom Broom. It was delicious. I still have one more of those. So if you guys want to, exactly, if you want, we'll just switch seats in the next video. If you want to see that, let us know. I probably shouldn't have said that because they're going to want to see that.
I'm not too freaked out about the, I've done Scotch bonnets. I'm not worried about that. So, but I'd like to kind of see you. You
guys watch ACDC? You've heard, everybody's heard. I saw a great interview about Malcolm and Angus. And they were talking to Angus. They were saying, how, he's such a great guitarist, and what's it like, working with Malcolm? And he says, first of all, anything that I can play, Malcolm can play too. He said that. He's just an amazing guitarist. So
really?
Any pepper I can eat, Tommy can eat. I mean,
I just don't do it with the same. Your superpower is the straight face thing. You know what I mean? Like if I get one, I got one. I mean, I could try to tough it or whatever, but you know when I'm burning.
Well, we got a box of pods coming that may arrive tomorrow, if not Tuesday, and but I still have a Scotch Bonnet left. So if you guys want to see the Navage,
what kind of pods are we talking about for tomorrow?
They aren't that hot.
Every time you have said that to me in my entire life, it has been a nightmare. Tell the truth. You have said that to me.
A couple.
Have you ever been honest to me about that?
About hot?
No, that when you said to me, "Oh, it's not that hot." Have you ever once said that to me honestly? Tell the truth.
For me, it's not.
So the answer is you have never once told me the truth. That's what you said.
I don't want to hurt you. I don't want to hurt you, but I do. I might have a Primatali in there.
Oh, really?
No, I don't. But I do have a Kill Yellow in the fridge, one left, which is a yellow Primatali. But here's the deal. They are not as hot as the red ones, and they really are delicious. They're very citrusy. But either way, he'll do a MOA Scotch Bonnet, and I'll Navage the beak here if you guys want to see that.
The citrusy thing is so funny. It really is. What? Because you have to get your tolerance
so high
to a point that you can drink gasoline before you can actually start. Well, there's an essence of lime. If you taste this, it's grown on the south side of the hillside. No, nobody does that except you.
That's not quite true. Now listen, if you guys listen. Hey, if you've tasted citrus, go to the comment section and say so. But anyway, I want to thank you, dude. I love you, man. It was fun to watch. You guys, if you want to see me Navage, let us know. If you want to see him eat a Scotch Bonnet, let us know.
And if you want to see him fill this thing up with Doom and fire it up one nostril and down the other.
I bet that would kill you.
Steve-O would try it.
Don't even talk to him about it because he might do that.
He might actually. I don't think this thing would propel it. But you could probably, a couple of shots of Tom Broom's the lemon tink. It would clean out your beak for the rest of your life.
I think it'd probably kill you.
I would not want to do it. That is really actually pretty good tincture though. I enjoyed that.
It's amazing.
It burns the hell out of you, but I enjoyed that.
All right, guys. So we're going to wrap it up. In the description box, you're going to see a link for Navage. No, I'm just kidding. You're going to see a link for Tom Broom from Seriously Hot Peppers. Check him out. He's a great grower, great guy. Right here, you're going to see the pepper. Click that. You're on the bus. Right there. Get on the boat. It's an amazing thing. Lives are being changed. And thank you for the boat.
Teaching people how to rob banks, steal cars. I mean, get over there. This is good stuff.
Please understand that is a joke. There's nothing. All he talks about in that is how to get your life in a better spot. And so many people have. So seriously, if anybody you know or you or somebody has a problem with any kind of substance, please click on that. And right here, there are more videos. Guys, I'm Johnny Scoville.
I'm his brother.
This was Chase the Heat.